space between stars, covering up battle scars. We sail on through the void like a lonely asteroid. I'm a ghost in a sheet metal heart, gasoline. Oh, I'm a ghost who haunts the shell, circuits and wires and photocells. It's a ghost story. My life's a ghost story. Yeah, it's a ghost story. My life's a ghost story.
Get the graphic novel. Her Story, Word Community, by Anna Folkenstal, funding now.
Critical blast logistics, getting it done, getting it there. Critical blast logistics, getting it done, getting it there. At a cursed crossroads where souls collide, see the prince of darkness, see the prince of lies, while the world lies sleeping and the moon's aglow. They may meet with the devil, you know, when your heart is quaking and your soul can't rest. Open up the pages of the devil you know best. People face their demons as each tale unfolds, but the devil's in the details, and their fate's been sold. Yeah, their fate's been sold, and they're lost to hell. That's the deal you have to make with the devil you know well. It's a Critical Blast podcast
Would be me.
with our special guest, Anna Folkenstal.
That would be her. Hello, I am RJ Carter, Senior Managing Editor here at criticalblast.com. And we are coming to you live from Cosmic Comics on Main Street here in Belleville, Illinois, which is unusual for us. And it's also quiet in here, which if you're in the area, come in and make some noise. Pick up some books. Come walk behind me. Get photobomb me. Do whatever you got to do. But get in here to Cosmic Comics. And while you're here, you'll get to talk possibly with our guest, Ms. Anna Folkenstal. Anna, how are you doing today?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing fine.
So you're in Switzerland, right?
Yeah, in
Okay,
Switzerland, in
making
Europe.
sure. In Europe, yeah. Well, that's our generic acclamation. I'm trying to think of what the big word is, and I'm just going to quit. Um, Agglomeration of some kind. So it's late there, right? I mean, what
Yeah,
time?
it's 11 p.m., but that's
Okay,
fine.
yeah, it's bedtime. So
Ah, not yet.
if Anna yawns, it's not the chat, folks. It's just the time of the day. So we've launched a story. This is the third in a series called Ghost Story. If you can't read it, it's because it's GH-057, what the kids used to call LEET back in the day, right? Um,
Yeah.
and it's this what I've seen of it. It's a very interesting looking space opera slash manga, uh, but I'm not totally um, sure of what it is. So we're glad that you're here and you can tell us about it. You've been doing it for a while, so let's start with that. Why in the world did you want to do comics?
Why in the world? So basically, I am an artist. So I started to draw when I was little, and I started to draw manga as well. I mean, just like a hobby, and it never really took off. I mean, my skills weren't that great, to be honest. And so then I stopped a while, and only recently, during the hard time that the whole world experienced,
Yeah, we all
I
got sent
started
home.
to, yeah, I thought, well, can I somehow ignite the flame, or I don't know, something? Just I just started to write and to invent stories, and I came up with this, and I was like, okay, I have to find someone who draw this because my skills aren't that great, and that's how things started.
Yeah, I worked with a commercial artist at one of my day jobs. His job was to draw characters for cereal packages that the company was manufacturing, because somebody's got to do it. And he gave a talk to our groups like,
Yeah.
anyone can learn how to do this. And we're like, yeah, Tim, sure, you have to
Mm.
say that, but no, we can't. Um, it's we understand our limitations. But when you write a story for a manga, do you have a format that you follow? I mean, because some people write it like a play, where you like person
Mm.
speaks, the next person speaks. Other people like well, like somebody just did Dean James and Ali Lang. Yeah, some people just
Some
did a
people.
video. Yeah, some people. You know who you are.
Oh,
They
yeah.
they did a video last week where they read the Alan Moore script for
Mm.
Batman: The Killing Joke, and it
Yeah.
was 8 pages before they got done with the first page of the graphic novel.
Oh, okay.
So it's a lot of stuff. What do your scripts
Wow.
look like when you write a ghost story?
Oh God, I mean, I have I can just pull up the script for book four,
Yeah, share whatever you want on the
and
screen. We'll be glad.
I think sometimes it's just half the page that I have for one page. So in my script, you have sometimes 3 pages in one page of script. So I,
Wow.
I, I
Okay.
write very condensed. I'm like, he looks at this like this, and you see the bag. It's just very, how should I say it? It's very direct. I don't really describe it in 100 sentences like others. I'm really like, yeah, this is how I imagine it. And if my artist Tien, if he doesn't get it really, he just draws anything, and I can correct it because I'm an artist as well. I'm like, no, no, look, I imagined it like this, so I just draw in his own scribbles. I'm like this, okay, and he's like, oh, okay. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So your script is more like art direction. Uh,
I guess so. I don't know. I just need to have to send you a script from book one or two to, so maybe you can see it for yourself. But it's really
well, hang
yeah,
on
it's
to it. Maybe
it's
we'll
it's
do a
easily
ghost story
written.
artist edition.
It's very
So,
easily written. So yeah.
well, when you did your first ghost story, when did that first one come out?
Um, I think in 2021. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that's still fairly recent.
yeah.
So
In
you're hitting
20,
about one a year.
yeah, in 23 and 24 now. So I don't know why I did the 1 year break, but maybe I was figuring out things. So yeah.
Well, judging from the tweets that you're putting out there announcing that we've launched the next book here, you have quite a fan base for this story. Uh, were you? I don't want to say were you surprised that people would like your stuff because we all hope that when we put something out there, people would like it. But
Yeah.
it's is it bigger than you expected it to be?
Um, I don't know. I When I put out my first book, I was like, okay, just write everyone, write to my family, write to all the friends, like just share it wherever you can. And people were surprised that I would do this. And I always see my friends and family at the next convention. So when the book came out, I they got the book, and then we saw each other at the convention, and I was like, okay, how did you like the book? And they were like, oh, we liked it, and yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
always
you
great to have
mentioned
feedback.
yeah, but you just said you see friends and family at the next convention. Did you grow
Yeah.
up in an environment of comic books and conventions?
Um, Not really. No. There is a convention that I think they have their 10 years anniversary this year. It's always in May, and I'm there since day one. So since year one with the convention, I know the boss from the convention, and we are like not best buddies, but we know each other, and so yeah, I always tell my friends and family to come to the convention and everything, and it's great to see people there. So it's just like a, you can say, like a big event once per year. You see just everyone locally. So
I
yeah.
just went into your settings and reduced, turned on echo cancellation. I don't hear an echo. I don't know if you hear an echo, but Mike
Um,
hears an echo, a little one. So
okay, I don't
hopefully that
hear
takes care of
anything.
it. Mike, thank you for telling me. Um, we have a lot of people watching here, tuning in. Mike is one of them. Dave Brink, who have just launched his Perfect 10
Oh yeah,
art book today, is out there.
congrats.
Mike did drop in to like, share, and say hi, and we appreciate that. Uh, Woozy's out there says to ring the Belleville. Yeah, okay, yeah. We actually there was a bell involved in the founding of the town, I believe. I did that in grade school years ago. Uh, Plungecast is here from New Zealand. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you being out there. So we have people on the hook. Let's sell them a book. Uh, so so what is the overarching theme of Ghost Story?
Um, the theme. Oh God. Okay, I don't really. I have a theme per book, so it's really hard to to Well,
Well, I mean,
I can
if
just give you
if
a
you were in
teaser
an
for the
elevator
whole
with
book.
somebody, if you were in an
Yeah,
elevator with a big publisher and you're like, this is my chance to get my book in, in front of 1 million people.
I
You
would
got
totally fail.
three
Totally
minutes.
fail. I totally fail because I usually everything I just write down because I'm better in writing than really talking and explaining things to people. I'm like, what? So yeah, but
Well,
I can read the teaser if you like.
well, Ghost is a
So
robot, though. I mean, tell us who your characters are and why they're together.
okay, yeah. So basically, Ghost Story is called the book because Ghost is the main character, and we follow Ghost. He's a Trestian, so that's his species. We follow
Okay.
him on a
Oh, so he's a
mission.
species.
Uh, well, it's a robot-like thing. It will be explained later, but they are basically just robots.
Okay.
So yeah, we follow him on a mission to protect his people from a certain danger that it will be explained as well. It's very mysterious. I'm so sorry. And
That's
yeah,
okay.
he goes on a journey across space in search of cobalt. That's a natural resource that he needs to survive, and his species as well. And so basically, he goes on that journey. He meets Mallory, that's a human, and well, by accident. and then the adventure starts basically with them running away from the bad guys, the Grim Reapers. And what they want from Ghost is something else. So it's
And
explained
he
in the book
doesn't
as
know.
well.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Uh,
basically the whole story is about courage, friendship, and the determination to protect one's home and loved ones. That's
so
basically.
so chapter 3 is concurrently available on Kickstarter and on Fund My Comic. We have the Fund My
Mm.
Comic link here because we're very friendly with the Fund My Comic crew. We're uh, good friends with Luke Stone, and we want them to succeed. We don't know Kickstarter people personally, so nothing against them, but they're not. I can't say they're my friend. Uh, but how big do you see the Ghost Story franchise becoming? I mean, you, do you have multiple stories to tell, or do you have one story to tell that either ends with number 3 or goes on to number 12, 18?
So basically, I have everything planned out. It's up to 5 books, and that's one big arc where everything concludes. And I could do more books, but it really depends on how good this story finds people and if they like it or not. So yeah, basically that's it. If
Well,
those five books do well, I already have other stories with those characters, but we will see.
well, let's try to get some people reading this book. In fact, folks, if you want, and hit that link right below the video, it'll take you to Fund My Comic. It'll open in a whole new tab. No problems. You'll stay listening to our talk with Anna. You can read a chapter of Ghost Story for free right there at the top. Just click that, and it'll take you into it. Uh,
You have for each book you can actually read one chapter for free. So you can just browse my website there.
and the website is it actually is this is the link to the website. This is now is it Gavelock Studio?
Yeah.
Okay, I said it right. I don't know what it means, but what does does it mean
I
anything?
think it's some sort of very ancient old word for spear or arrow, something like that. So yeah,
Okay.
I thought it sound amazing, so I was like, yeah, I will take this.
Well, if you're going to put an Arrow comic online, Fund My Comic is the place to do it because that's where Arrow Comics puts their stuff.
Oh,
Uh, so this is your cast of main characters. This is Ghost and can you tell me the rest of them again? I knew the girl's name and when you said it, and now I'm like
no problem.
blanking on it.
It's Mallory.
Mallory.
So yeah, that's Ghost, that's Mallory, and then we have two other characters that are new, and they will appear in book 3. So that's Corbo on the left and Aaron on the right.
All right. I like the old style tri-corner hat. Usually you see that on pirates.
Yeah,
So is that what you're
he
trying to
has a
evoke
little
here?
bit of a piratey feeling to him. So yeah, he is a little bit of a mischievous character and very laid back, piratey.
It's definitely got a manga anime influence to the art style. Was that intentional when you were looking for an artist to do the book?
Yeah, I wanted to have a more manga look because I grew up with manga. I started to draw because of manga, and I was like, yeah, I think I'll stick to that art style in general.
All right. Well, that says a lot actually because we're seeing so many people move towards manga
Mm.
and away from the traditional Western comic book style. Um,
Yeah.
you've got groups that are like trying to keep it alive, and then you've got
Mhm.
your normal people who are just finding shelves of manga in bookstores and a couple
Oh
of
yeah,
graphic novels in the back of the
yeah.
store. Um,
Yeah, the
I
last
guess that's
time
been
when
the way
I
things
was in
go.
the comic store, I was like shocked to see, I think one wall and I think two walls maybe. Probably, I think they have two walls by now that are just manga.
Just manga. Well, when the owner comes back out, I'll have to ask him about how
Okay.
manga sells in this store.
Yeah.
Uh, would Dave, how well is manga selling here at Cosmic Comics?
Sells very well. So
Oh,
of 100%, I'd say good 30% of our sales are manga.
Okay, so 30% of the book sales here are manga.
wow.
That's and yeah. Oh, come on, Woozy, you don't mean that, right? Um, but I do get the sentiment you're going for there. Uh, so who would be the market then for Ghost Story? I mean, if you were to say if you like this story, then
Mhm.
you would like Ghost Story.
Oh, God. I don't really compare it to anything, but I think the closest you can get is maybe the good Doctor Who seasons.
We know
So
those.
yeah. So basically,
Okay,
you have this main character that accidentally picks up a human for some reason, and they go on an adventure, and she's like, "What is happening?" And off they go, and things happen, and yeah, that's how the story starts. And it's
is
in
this
space. It's on
is it
many
future?
planets. Oh yeah, it's in the future.
Okay. I see that the book is following the tradition of manga that I've never really understood, which is
Mhm.
the first 7 pages are in color, and then we do the rest in black and white. It's almost like they're like, yeah, we could do it in color, but we're not going to.
Uh, don't ask me. I really don't know why they do it. I've collected many mangas that had a couple of colored pages in the beginning as well, and I don't know why, but they do it sometimes or all the times. I don't know, but I thought it would be nice to see the colors of the characters in the beginning. So yeah, you get
Yeah,
the idea how they look like, and you're like, okay, black and white. So yeah,
exactly. And I think that's so they don't have to slow down production by having every page colored by a colorist. They're
yeah, that too.
cranking
Yeah,
it out just with the pencils.
yeah.
Um, it's 162 pages, folks. This is a
Mm,
big book. This is A5 sized. Um, reasons why I know this. Uh, and so it's going to fit with your other mangas on the shelf just perfect. Um, and you've got your tiers are over here. Your rewards on Fund My Comic. You can get the book, just the book. It's well, it's 180 pages, and it's $40. So for a 180-page book being shipped to you, not a bad deal. I understand these are being shipped to the U.S. people out of the U.S. this time around.
mm.
So
Yeah, it's the first time.
hopefully that will boost sales over here because the U.S. is a huge comic buying
Yeah.
market. Hello, George. Glad you're popping in over here. Um, Calvin Gulata, glad to see you, Calvin. Thank you for popping in. Hey, Ms. Folkenstal,
Hey,
so proud and happy for you. Wishing you a very successful campaign and many well wishes.
hello everyone.
See, this is the kind of fans you've got out there, Anna. Capitalize, sell books, lots and lots of them. Um, Now you have another tier here, which is the pinup parcel. So if you're
Spicy one.
spicy one, yes. Well,
Spicy one.
I tell you, Anna, I've seen so many crowdfunded books now that I'm sorry, but having the main female character in a bikini is just no longer spicy. It's just vanilla now.
Uh, well, I have a spicier poster in production, but we need to get to I don't know how many what's the stretch goal? I'm not sure,
Let's,
but yeah, there is even spicier one out there waiting.
but you do have a lot of nice add-on material here. You've got the prints and the posters. You're going to do a T-shirt. Um,
Yeah.
that'll be cool. I'm looking for the stretch goals. There we go. The stretch goals. One free secret pinup poster added to every order. And oh, there we go. We don't know how far we got to go to get there, but 13 by 10 poster, very, very spicy. So, muy caliente for all our Southwest fans here.
Mm.
Um, that's where I was here on this pinup parcel. So this is going to get you, um, the this gets you the book. Okay, I had to make sure that you do get still get the 180-page book, and you get the three 13 by 10. That's a decent size. That's bigger than the comic. That's bigger than a comic. And then for 105, This is where if you're new to Anna and new to Ghost Story and all her work, this is where you want to start. $105 gets you all three Ghost Story volumes and the pinups, um, with the solar system maps. Um, whose solar system? Ours?
Ours from the books. So you
Okay,
have one solar system for each book. So yeah.
John
But
John is
I can
pulling
make
off a
ours
sneaky
as well, but
Wonderland.
this will be separate, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's one with each one. So I'm sure they must go to different systems at some point. Because in the future, going to another
Yeah.
solar system's like
Easy
going to
traveling.
Disney. Yeah, yeah, it's a summer vacation. We're going to a different
Yeah,
galaxy this time around.
absolutely.
So the treasure trove, $98. That's cheaper than the ketchup combo, but for $98, you are getting lots of stuff. You're getting those spicy bikini shots of Mallory. Uh, so is this part of the story, or did you just do bikini shots? I mean, do they go to a beach planet?
Um, I had one idea for the book, but I'm not sure if I'll put it in there, but I want to, but we will see how things go. But yeah, I always try to include the maps or anything that I do, I try to include things in the book as well. So when you see something you're like, "Oh, I think I've seen this in the book." So yeah, it's always connected somehow.
That's great.
Yeah.
Calvin's talking about your T-shirt designs, and he's correct. It is a very strong and solid T-shirt design here for Ghost Story. Uh,
Thank you.
so, Calvin, $98. There's your T-shirt and all these other goodies that come with it. Um, looking to see it comes with this book, not all the other books. Comes with this book. Um, and speaking of T-shirts, $29. Take your pick, one, two, or three, or is that a face mask?
That's a gym bag.
A gym bag. Okay, well, when it's this little, it's hard to tell. Um,
Yeah.
but if I read, it would tell me black gym bag. Okay, that's very cool. So you pick your print, you pick your color, your shirt size, your fabric, and you go out and you advertise Ghost Story as you walk around town. And I like the
Woo.
fact that you do have the logo, the name of the book on there, because I've told people before they've done T-shirts with their great character for their first issue. I'm like, that's
Mhm.
great. Here's the problem: your art looks great. People are going to say, "Hey, that's a cool looking character," and
Yeah.
they're not going to ask you about it. They're going to walk past you and not know what to Google.
Mm.
If you have your
Yep.
logo,
That's true.
people know something to type, and they're like, "Oh, look, there's a whole comic book behind this shirt." Glad
That's
to
true.
find
If
that
if
out.
they can read it, I mean, this lead story, yeah.
Well, GH-057. They'll remember that. It's almost like an old time American phone number. Um,
Okay.
Now we're looking at the bigger shots of the different things. We got the pin. Yeah, I know I keep lingering on the pinup parcel. Forgive me. Um, there is the treasure trove that we just saw on the smaller pictures. The add-ons. You can add on. It looks like any one of the previous stories, including this one, if you want to get a second copy. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so. Should be. If not, oh God, I need to fix the campaign.
You can also add on these posters of the solar system, the setting of the adventure, and it looks like blueprints. Those look very
Mm.
cool. And you can add on the t-shirt. So, pick the reward you want and then customize it as you check out with the add-ons. Uh, this one right here, this very first one, this is perfect. I love the honeycomb hexagonal structure. Um, and then
Yay.
Ghost is front and center. So day one backers. This if you backed it on day one, it's too late for me, anyone else, but they got a free character card added to their order. We're not gonna see what it is yet. Or is it this?
Yeah, one of them.
One of them. Okay. Um, but as soon as we hit $1,500, we're going to add space stamps, holographic space stamps. I don't even want to know how you had those made.
Ah,
It just sounds like it would be a very expensive process.
yeah. Basically, I just design each stamp with Adobe InDesign or Illustrator or basically any graphic program, and then I let them print. And yeah, they weren't too cheap, but they look great. They look really great.
I'll bet. And then, of course, you get a free secret pinup poster added to every order if we hit 3,000. And that's what this is. That's the very spicy poster. We need $3,000, folks. Just saying, we got to hit $3,000 on this campaign. So this is, I mean, I just went over a handful of tiers there, but overall, it's very simple. There's not a lot of convoluted, this campaign, you get this and this, but you can get this with this or that with this. I've seen people just go on for pages and pages of
Oh,
different
okay.
tiers. I'm like,
Yeah.
just buy the book and add on
Yeah,
what
I'd
you
like
want.
to keep it simple. It's also for me it's easier to figure out what's what. So
Yeah.
I'm a
And
simple
and
person.
it's very easy on the fulfillment guy too, when it's that way. Um, so what kind of a date are you looking at here for delivery on this? I mean, how much of the book is done right now?
So my artist started with the last chapter. He's inking it. I think he has 30 pages left, I think. But he's fast. So delivery, or at least it ends in April, and delivery is I think June.
Okay,
Should be
so
somewhere in the campaign. But yeah, I think it was June.
that's
Or
right
as
around the
soon as
corner.
possible. I mean, when he's ready sooner, when we are ready sooner, then the things go.
Yeah, I mean, expect it in June, folks, and then be surprised when you get it in May. Um,
Hmm.
be just happy with that. I am watching. People who watch the show regularly know I'm not normally on site like I am right now at Cosmic Comics here in Belleville, Illinois. So I'm watching my battery drain precipitously close to the bottom line here. So that's why
Oh,
I'm speaking fast and trying to make sure we get all the information in. Um, when when this funds, and it's going to fund, is it another year before Chapter 4?
um, yeah. Sadly, it is. I mean,
Okay,
I'm currently at script 4. Now I'm polishing it. I have everything done. I'm just really polishing it, and then things go to my readers, to the editor, and everything. Just the whole thing. So to keep it to keep it correct with the whole process. And then I think he will start sketching in, I think maybe May. So basically, when the campaign is over, Tien will already start with the next book.
got it.
So yeah,
Uh,
that's the
if
goal.
if people miss the campaign, why would you? It's right now, folks. Give the money now. But if they do miss the campaign, do you sell directly off your website?
Yeah, I would definitely sell it on my website or different other pages. We will see.
Okay, whoever's linking to it, and we've talked, and we're going to talk more
Yeah,
about expanding that,
definitely.
but not here because that's not for you guys to listen to. Okay. Uh, all right, Anna. I hate to rush this, but I just don't want to
No
drop you
problem.
into dead air, uh, and you not be able to close the studio down.
Like, oh,
So, yes, exactly. Yeah, you can stay and talk as long as you wanted, but I and I know it's late there too, so I want to
no
give you
problem,
time
no
to get
problem.
get to that. Thank you so much for coming on the show and talking with us about Ghost Story. I do look forward to talking with you further about this and getting you to as wide of an audience as possible. Uh, Folks in the chat, the link right down there. I mean, yes, you can go to Kickstarter and search it there. I'm not trying to ignore Kickstarter if that's your jam, if that's where you go. But fund my comic right here. You're already there. Just click it and get it. So Anna, thank you again.
Thank you for
We're going to
having
say
me.
goodbye here. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being here. We don't have a show without you. We're just a podcast falling in the woods, or in this case, falling in Cosmic Comics at Main Street in Belleville, Illinois. So pop in, get your comics here. And while you were all here, of course, as always, we just hope you had a blast. Good night, everybody.